The moment you start changing your life, the voices get a little louder. The naysayers, the ones sitting on the sidelines in their own misery who can't stand to see you succeed, they will speak up now. And when they do, this is your opportunity to turn it into gold, a chance for you to evolve, a chance for you to step in to your power more than what you have ever seen and done, and just appreciate and accept the challenge. I can't tell you how many times I have seen this from my life personally, my clients finally taking care of themselves, feeling better, making real changes, and suddenly the people around them, their friends, their family, the people who they thought were their support, start mocking them, rolling their eyes, saying things like, you're too good for us, or why wouldn't you eat this, or, a little chocolate doesn't hurt you, or just have one drink. Why do you have to be a party pooper? It's like the moment that you finally step into your power, you decide to take your own health and be your own advocate in your hands. It's when everybody else has something to say about it. But let me tell you something. These people, they don't have a say in your transformation. And allowing yourself to stay true to your path, find your tribe, is totally going to help you as you transition into this different version of yourself when you're really bettering yourself. So here's your little pep talk. And what you need to understand: when you change, you're holding up a mirror to the people around you. And if they're not really ready to face their own stuff, they'll try to break the mirror before they try to look too closely. And here's what I mean. If you start to work on your nutrition and your spouse, your partner, your parents, your siblings are not ready to do the same thing, it is easier for them to make a joke out of you or to put you down than it is to actually start to look and into their own life, look at healing these areas in their life. So it's really not about you. It's about what they are being triggered by your transformation. The shift that changed everything for me when I started on this journey, because for me, I have always been a fitness fanatic, I should say, and I would try to help people understand my journey. Now, when I just did the fitness thing, people were like, that's all right, Carly went and did her workout, it was fine. But once it started to trickle into me eating more nutritious food, this is when all of those people started to speak up. And I had to realize that my health isn't really up for debate. The shift started when I stopped explaining myself, stopped justifying what I'm doing and why, and I just kept walking because I knew that the right people, the ones who truly saw me, would show up at the right time. And this is a really interesting part of our own self-growth, whether this is like through your business, whether this is through your health and wellness path. It's that brutally honest advice that I wish I would have known and I would have taken to heart as I was going through the transformation. So other people's opinions are not your problem. That's the first one. It doesn't matter what Jim, John, or Joseph think about what you're doing for yourself. It really doesn't matter. When you get on the path to helping yourself achieve more wealth, helping yourself with your own health and fitness, you're doing this for yourself. And some people can feel uncomfortable because they're having to look at their own life in through your changes. And they might not be really ready to confront where they're at. And instead of rising up with you, it's like the habit of pulling you back down allows them to feel a little more safe. I had a client who had stopped drinking and starting eating clean and feeling good about her body, getting into the gym. And along this process, her friends were like making fun of her and telling her that she was boring. And she didn't really have the support from the people who were really the ones who were called her friends. And it was through this conversation that we realized that the people who are actually there for her, celebrating her growth, leaning in and asking questions about her journey and her transformation and the reason behind it, were really the people where she needed to lean into having more of a connection. So at first that journey can feel a little lonely. You don't know where those people are. But the second piece is they will find you. These people who are on a common path will find you at the right time. So just keep walking in your walk. doing the things that you're doing to help your own health. Finding that supportive community will come and it will happen, but you need to be standing in your truth. Right now, it might feel like no one gets you and like you're outgrowing people around you. But listen, I know your tribe is coming. The right people are going to show up right when you need them, but you're just going to keep walking forward, keep moving forward. I've experienced this in my life actually. I kind of started to feel when I made the shift from like just the fitness more into the nutritious part that the people I was spending time with kind of started to fizzle out. It was like we both just created more space. And then as I talked to more people about the things I was doing or pursuing that excited me, more people who I had never considered hanging out with were like messaging me daily, and we stepped into like these really great partnerships where I could learn more. And I was just really excited to learn and grow with this next person who was on that same place with me. I found a tribe when I moved to Hawaii with a lot of people who were able to accept exactly what I was doing for my own health, for my children's health, accept it even if they had a different opinion. So these people who are walking your path will find you. You'll naturally attract it. So just know that it's okay to walk the path alone until you are actually in vibration in alignment with these people. Okay, so the third tip is that your growth is not up for debate. It's a really simple statement, and it's like thinking that other people's ideas matter to you. And I start to see that like other people may have opinions about your life, about what you're doing, what you're eating, what if you're doing too much, but it's actually not up for debate. What you are doing is allowing yourself a chance to tap into exactly what you need at this point in mind. So you don't need to justify why you're choosing yourself, why you're setting boundaries, why you are not doing the old patterns. You don't have to actually even put the energy into those buckets anymore. And I find that for myself personally, when I was trying to help everyone see why I parent the way I parent, why I eat the way I eat based on certain nutritious, why I don't eat certain foods, it was like I wanted to justify it to everybody. And this was so depleting for my energy sources. Now it's completely different when I'm working with a client who wants to change, who wants to grow. I obviously will go through that step of explaining every piece and every aspect, but I just stopped explaining it to everybody else who really didn't care because it was actually creating more stress, more strain, and actually more frustration because people didn't care or jump on board even after I explained it. So allow this journey to be for you and allow yourself to know that like this, your journey, your transformation, your success isn't up for debate. You've already decided it for yourself, and that's where you're going all the way up. The fourth one is that every step you take, you're going to be turning it into gold. I literally use this as a point in one of my stories recently. My son like had a blowout. It was up the back of his, shoulders, up to his head, down, leaking out the bottom of his pants. Something like you'd never see before. It was something in the movies. And I'm going, oh my gosh, I'm in this moment. I'm like, okay, how am I going to handle all this stuff? And in this time, because it was everywhere, it was on me, I got myself a change of clothes, a cute outfit. I felt really good in it, like sexy, like I handled this. I'm a really good mom. I got my baby cleaned up. We're good. We fixed it all out in public. And I was just feeling like, wow, even when somebody shits on you, even when you don't feel support, even when you feel like something in the universe isn't working well for you, you can actually take your mindset and turn it into something that feels like it's moving you forward. So when I use this piece in coaching, working with different traumas, I can even talk about like being a victim versus being victorious, like these two pieces, right? The victim actually serves a purpose. Like there actually is a reason and something that you're getting from staying in your victimhood. And being victorious also serves a purpose. And we're just get really curious about what each one is giving us. Making sure that we're not ever demonizing something that's happening in our life, but actually looking with a different lens about how this is actually helping you move forward. And when you have this lens in life, you're looking through this golden lens of how could this moment that feels kind of shitty, like I should say this literally and figuratively, be something that could help me grow, could help me succeed, could allow me to have a different perspective, you know? And that is the rewiring aspect of not just repeating the same patterns, the same thoughts, the same everything that we used to do. That's true growth. That's true change. And so allow yourself to take all of the shit that you ever get and turn it into something beautiful, into something that you can talk about, inspiring others, and make it into something that is actually helpful for yourself and for people around you. So I just want to wrap up by saying you are golden, you are a jewel, and just reminding you that every choice that you make to heal, every chance that you take responsibility of your own health, every time you're your own advocate, every time you set a boundary, every time you check back in with your body and listen to the response, every time you listen to your emotions, every time you are more in your truth, you are rising and you are turning into the person you are meant to be here. So trust this path, trust this journey, and allow yourself to just take it with ease and allow all the other voices to just kind of fall away. If you're looking for your tribe, a community of people who are like you, looking to rise, looking to help be an advocate for their own health, their own mental state, their own growth, then I'd love to see you in my community, Deeply Rooted. There, I help women with dealing with stress and burnout, reprogram, remove, repair, rebuild their relationship with all the different aspects in your life, including your food, your nutrients, your sleep, your behavioral patterns, your relationships. And it's a really beautiful place for extra support. So I'd love to see you in there. And thanks for watching.